Mga kababayan, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome back to #WalkWithLand, kung saan tayo naglalakad sa landas ng katotohanan sa gitna ng politika na puno ng drama at deception. Ako si Land, your host na laging ready to dissect the news with a mix of intellect, wit, and unfiltered facts. Today, kapapasok lang ang balita na nakakagigil. Si Representative Benny Abante bumabanat na naman kay VP Sara Duterte. She's worse than her father, sabi niya. Ha? Halatang scripted ang pagbasura, parang teleserye na may poor directing. Bakit ba paulit-ulit ang attacks na ito? Is it genuine criticism or just political puppetry? Para sa ating mga kabataan na naghahanap ng real talk sa politics at sa mga OFW na nasa abroad pero connected pa rin sa bayan, let's dive deep. Stay tuned dahil hindi lang ito chismis, it's a fact-based takedown. Hit that like button if you're Team Truth and subscribe kung first time mo. Ano, ready na ba kayo? Let's walk together. Okay, let's set the stage. Okay let's set the stage with facts, hindi chismis. Si Representative Bienvenido Benny Abante Jr., congressman ng Manila 6th District since 2019, ay miyembro ng National Unity Party, NUP, at part ng majority bloc sa House noong January 2026 sa isang hearing tungkol sa impeachment complaints against President Marcos, bigla siyang nag-walk out. Dramatic, right? Pero bago yan, resurface ang kanyang old statement. I don't think she is fit for president. If you believe that the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte is quite bad, she is worse. Ito'y tungkol kay VP Sara Duterte na sinasabi niyang mas masahol pa sa ama niya. Anong context nito? Ito'y link sa ongoing impeachment complaints against VP Sara mula December 2024 for complaints na accusing her of misuse of confidential funds sa OVP at DepEd, alleged threats against Marcos and Romualdez at involvement sa EG case. Ayon sa Wikipedia at news sources like Inquirer, ang complaints including betrayal of public trust, graft, and at culpable violation of the Constitution. Si Abante bilang endorser ng isa sa complaints ay vocal sa pagtawag ng probe. Pero bakit ngayon lang? Parang scripted, di ba? Imagine from supporting Duterte allies before, biglang turncoat. Let's unpack this hypocrisy step by step. Para sa mga kabataan, it's like a K-drama plot twist. Pero sa real life na ito, at ang bayan ang talo. Okay, walk out more. Walk out pa more. More like walk away from logic. Kung ikaw si Abante, bakit ka magwo-walk out? Paul in comment section mga kaibigan. Ngayon, now, the critical part. Let's criticize Abante with facts, not just vibes. Una, halatang scripted ang kanyang attacks dahil sa timing. Bakit ba paulit-ulit ang basura kay Sara? Sa January 27, 2026 inquiry report, tinanong niya si Representative Toby Chanco, do you want to be the next meow meow? Ano ito? Cat fight? Meow meow daw ay our term for puppet. Ayon kay Senador Lacson, implying na si Chanco ay DDS puppet. Pero teka, si Abante mismo ay majority black, allied with Romualdez Marcos camp. Okay expert bilang NUP member, siya ay endorser ng impeachment versus Sara. Pero sa Marcos impeachment hearing, nag-walk out siya nang ideklara sufficient inform ang complaints. Bakit? Kasi kaalyado niya si Marcos. Parang scripted play. Si Abante ang supporting actor na laging against Duterte para sa plot. Okay, pangalawa, intellectually speaking, his criticism lacked depth. Sabi niya, Sarah is worse, but where's the evidence beyond sound bites? So Facebook posts at TikTok videos, it's all resurface, old quotes without new facts. Ito'y diversion tactic mula sa flood control controversies o POGO issues. Parang si Abante ay abante sa chismis at trust sa katotohanan. Para sa OFWs, it's like those fake news abroad. Puno ng bias, walang balance. Fact-based tayo sa Wikipedia, si Abante ay pastor turned politician. Pero ang kanyang actions show political opportunism. Remember his role in endorsing complaints? It's 93 endorsers including him. Majority rules, pero bias ang process. As he himself walked out on Marcos case, nakakagigil, di ba? It's not fair play. It's a scripted drama to weaken opposition. Okay, ha? Ano ang pinaka-hypocrite na ginawa ni Abante? Share your thoughts, mga kaibigan. Ngayon, let's favor VP Sara Duterte with facts and intellect. Si Inday Sara Duterte ay VP and former DepEd Secretary. Has a track record na deserving ng defense. Sa DepEd, she pushed for education reforms amid pandemic, hybrid learning, teacher support, at anti-drug campaigns. Ayan. Pero accused siya ng misuse of 11.5 million confidential funds. So, bilang VP, she's vocal on women's rights and anti-corruption. No? Ang complaints ay politically motivated as per her classifications. No? Ayan. Okay, talagang ano po, yung clarifications, ang assassination threat ay joke lang, sabi niya. Out of fear for safety. Parang if threats are crimes, then half of Congress is guilty, starting with the meow meows. Sa ABS-CBN News, two new complaints filed in 2026 pero walang concrete proof beyond allegations. Compared to her father, Sarah is more diplomatic, focusing on unity, not just tough talk. Para sa mga kabataan, she's relatable, tough, independent, at pro-education. Sa mga OFWs naman, Global. Her stance on labor rights abroad shows she's for the people. Why favor her? Kasi ang attacks like Abantes are scripted to dismantle Duterte legacy. Pero facts show her as a fighter. Okay, sa EJK accusations, walang direct link sa kanya. It's inherited drama. This is a power play between Marcos, Romualdez versus Duterte camps. Favor tayo kay Sara dahil siya ay symbol of resistance against elite control. She's not perfect but better than the hypocrites bashing her. Okay, bakit mo ipinaglaban si VP Sara? Comment your reasons, mga kaibigan. Okay, deeper analysis time. Mga kababayan, intellectually, ang scripted attacks ni Abante ay part ng bigger narrative. The Marcos Duterte rift, mula 2024 impeachments, it's clear. Sara's complaints have 93 endorsers like Abante, pero Marcos' own impeach gets walk out. Ito'y imbalance of power, where majority silences opposition. Parang basketball. Team Marcos with home court advantage at si Abante ang referee na bias. Para sa mga kabataan, it's a lesson in democracy, hindi puro votes, kundi influence. OFWs compare to international politics like US partisanship, pero Pinoy style with more drama. Okay, sa sources like Wikipedia, ang root ay confidential funds, controversy, at alleged threats. Pero fact check, Sara clarified threats as not serious. At ang Pogo, links ay unproven. Implications? If scripted bashing succeeds, it weakens checks and balances. Ano kaya ang susunod na script? Impeach the whole opposition? Let's discuss how this affects 2028 elections. Sara as potential president, she's favored by many for her grit. Stay informed, mga kawok. Mga kababayan, sa mundo kung saan ang kasinungalingan ay nangingibabaw, ang katotohanan ang unang sinisikil. Pero kasama kayo, magpapatuloy tayo sa laban. Walang takot, walang kinikilingan, at laging walang kinikiling at laging handa para sa bayan. Sumali na sa aking YouTube channel membership. #WalkWithLan at tulungan natin ang channel na maabot ang 100,000 subscribers. Ang inyong suporta ang susi sa kalayaan natin para ipagpatuloy ang pagbabalita sa katotohanan ng katotohanan. Salamat at kita-kits sa laban at mabuhay po ang Pilipinas! Okay, pero bago po tayo magtapos, bakit scripted? Dahil timing at alliances, pro Sara ba talaga? Yes, based on facts. Shout out sa top commenters natin. Shout out po sa ating mga kababayan sa iba't ibang mga panig ng mundo. Sa US, sa Canada, Australia at kung saan-saan pa. To sum it up, Abantes scripted bashing is infuriating. Pero VP Sara deserves defense with her facts-backed legacy. Mga kabataan at OFWs, stay vigilant. Politics affects us all. Thanks for walking with me. Like, share, subscribe, at comment your thoughts. Next episode, more impeachment drama. Kita-kits at ingat lagi. Walk with Lan out!